I think we are live. I finally figured out how to go live on landscape. So if you ladies ever go live on YouTube, make sure that you have on your iPhone, make sure it's not locked on portrait, because that is why it won't go landscape when you tilt it, and it will only still stay at portrait. Let me just check. I'm filming on my iPhone because it's so much better quality, but I'm gonna view it on my desktop and then like talk to you guys in real time. But I think it's like a 15-second lag here because it ain't popping up. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, I can see myself. I'm still getting used to my curtain bangs, guys. So I cut my hair. Before it was just really long, and now I have like curtain bangs and I'm learning how to style it. But it's like when you go from like long layers and then to short layers, it's like it's in my face. It's in my face, so I gotta like flick it back, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. How are you ladies? If you ladies pop in, tell me where you're from, say hello. Ooh. Okay, today's video, I'm in my luteal phase now, and today's actually the day where I'm gonna get my period. So I have literally just been like resting, receiving all week, and I have been just compounding. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm okay. I've just been compounding on like, wait. I have just been compounding on the things that, oh my God. compounding. Oh my God. I'm sorry, ladies. Compounding on everything I want to talk about in this video, which is like one of my favorite. Okay, I say this with everything I talk about, but money is one of my favorite topics to talk about. And our last live video that I did, man, I was just like spitting, but like it was flowing out of me, and it was 2 hours long. Did not think it'd be for 2 hours long, but it turned out to be 2 hours long because I always have way more to say. And when I am live, like it just pours out of me. It just channels out of me. So today's topic is, where is the money? Where's the money, Brenda? I've been waiting for the money. I've been doing all the right things, right? You've been showing up. You've been investing in yourself, working on your mindset, taking action in your business. Yet your bank account, what you have seen in the 3D, right, is the complete opposite, right? It hasn't shifted the way you expected it to with the amount of investment that you have putting in. And you're huge in manifestation. You're huge on strategy. You're not lazy, right? And you are noticing so many other women in the same space as you, in the same industry. They seem to be growing and scaling at a crazy rate, right? They're rolling in the dough. They're traveling. They're buying new things. And you're like, I wish that was me, right? And you're left wondering, what have I been missing? What have I been doing wrong? Am I broken, right? Why can't I be like her? Why can't I get results like her? That used to be me all the time, right? And I used to be so envious, so like what am I doing? When will it be my time, right? And so cue this video. I created this training video. I am going to explain to you exactly why your income hasn't shifted yet, right? Not from a strategic standpoint in this video. I'm going to create another video all about strategy, but in this video I'm going to talk about the energetic, the identity, and the demand perspective of why you have not had the income that you have wanted in your business. So everything I'm going to be sharing is going to be related to if you are a business owner and if you are just employed, right? Have a regular job. So this can coincide with both. Coincide, is that the right word? Gonna use it. Right? And you'll be able to see like the missing pockets, the hidden reasons why you have been unknowingly stalling your money. Money has been stagnant. You've stopped the flow of money. And that's switches that you need to make right? To flip, to become a woman where money moves for. You stop chasing, you stop grinding for money, stop wondering, what am I broken? What's happening? Am I just doing this wrong? Like, what's up? Like, when is it gonna fall from the sky? I'm doing all the things, right? Instead of money gravitating toward you effortlessly. So before we get started, ladies, I want to remind you that there is less than 2 days to enroll inside of my Her Year membership, where you get access to my entire product suite, all my memberships, all my courses, masterclass, past programs, right? And in addition, private coaching with me, right? All and everything else for the 12 months, right? And the November promotion, where I think 2 days, yes, 2 days. It ends November 30th at 9 p.m., where you'll receive additional Voxer access and coaching with me. So that is text messages, voice messages, receive unlimited support. Like, I am in your back pocket, right, for the rest of the year. So the whole of December, text me, send voice messages. If you are a business owner, you're starting your business, you are literally like, I am by your side. I'm like holding your hand. Anything you need. Brenda, like, what's the best app? What's the best program to use? Brenda, I'm going through this. I'm struggling through this. Literally pull out your phone and text me like I'm your friend, but I'm obviously your mentor and coach. But you will have me in real time to receive unlimited support for the rest of 2025. So that is the November promotion. And so right after November ends, this promotion goes away forever. So this is worth over $4,000 USD, just the Voxer access with me for an entire month. So this is like more than half of the investment of the Her Year membership, but you get everything else in my product suite and everything else that I release in 2026 during your 12-month stay. So let me see. So I've never given this promotion before. I've never given this big of a bonus before, but I want all the ladies inside of Her Year to get a huge head start before 2026. So a lot of people start in the new year, right? But we get to start before the new year hits, and we have a huge like foundation that we have built either in business, either in dating, in your love life. And by the time you get to January, you're going to be making money in your business. We would have already moved the needle a lot in many pillars of your life. So if you have been following for a while and you want to work closely with me in the next 13 months, so you get the rest of 2025 and 12 months in 2026 to work with me, close proximity, access to all my courses, memberships, programs, right? I encourage you to hop in the next 2 days before the November promotion ends and take advantage of Voxer coaching with me, right? So the link is down below, ladies. And if you are not following me on Instagram, I've been posting some cray mic drop. Like, I have just been locked in the last couple of weeks and months, right? And I've been really dropping into my intuition, channeling, really tapped into my like psychic abilities, and I've never felt so clear, so sharp in my life, in business, and it's just been overflowing in me. And I'm like yeah, I can make a YouTube video, but like I just got so many ideas. So I've just been posting on Instagram. So if you've been following me on YouTube for a while and you haven't followed me and seen my Instagram page, I highly recommend to check it out. And usually I post like once or even a couple times a day now, since I've been like overflowing with so many like ideas, so many like I like everything that's been channeling through me. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta like share it. Like I like this is going to help someone. So I've just been posting on Instagram, but I'll be turning a lot of everything that I post on Instagram into more longer form videos here on YouTube as well. And I've been loving going live. Like the last live, like I got DMs from you ladies that it was your favorite live yet. And yeah, I'm just so like, I love connecting with you ladies. And another thing, like any courses, any programs that I make moving forward are all going to be live. So if you enroll in the Modern Aphrodite, if you enroll in Exit the Matrix, they're all gonna be live. So you ladies will have the chance to every single week, every single module, every single training that will be released in those courses to hop on Zoom with me. I'll be delivering, teaching, coaching, live hot seat coaching while I'm delivering the content for you to ask questions, or for you to maybe say like, could you break that down even more? Can you give me an example of that? Or this is happening in my life. Like, how do we tailor it and implement what I'm teaching when I'm coaching as well? So I feel like that is going to be a much better way to like, I've just been really into interacting with you ladies. I've been having so much fun. I'm getting to know you ladies. So that will be what is happening moving forward with all of my programs, all of my courses. They will be delivered live. Obviously, I will have moments where I'm like, oh, I got this idea. Like, I've been practicing this and now I really want to teach you ladies because I've embodied it. I might throw in some videos in there, extra bonuses where I'm just filming by myself. I want to, and pop that into the program and course. And if you ladies know that all programs that you enroll into, you buy, you'll get lifetime access to, minus the whole year membership, because it's a 12-year membership. So it's like not 12-month membership. So you get access to them within that 12 months because it includes private coaching and other stuff as well. So let me see. Yeah, so on Instagram, I have been posting really like activating, really like tough love, very spicy sort of content. So if you are a type of woman, like I am that type of woman, where I love following coaches where they really activate me, motivate me for that day, and like I see something, I hear something, I watch their reel, or like they post something written, and I'm like, damn, you fired me up. Man, that was a good truth bomb. Man, she really reminded me of my power, really aligned me, put me back into my power. She really like made me think about like, okay, probably didn't take ownership there. I need to take more responsibility in my life. Like, I love that. So if you love that tough love, that activation, that really pulling into your power, like helping you to step up into your power, your higher self, then victim mode, that is what I love to do. I love helping you ladies get out of the victim mentality of like excuses or blame or like procrastination, because that, for me, that is what has worked immensely with me quantum leaping, really stepping into my like the identity, the version of myself that I've always wanted to be, is that like I gotta look at myself. Like, it's time to confront those patterns. It's time to confront like brushing everything under the rug, or like coming up with excuses. A lot of times, ladies, we come up with the craziest of excuses that we end up making up because it's our body's way to protect itself. Because another thing, ladies, that I will talk about in this video is gonna be 2 hours long. We haven't even got in and we're like 13 minutes in already. But I love to yap. A huge thing is that a lot of us have the fear of success, a fear of stepping into our potential, a fear of money, a fear of love. And I'll be talking about this. It's going to be one of the points that we're actually going to look at. Why wouldn't we want to get what we want? And that is where all the excuses, all the blame, all the like crazy scenarios that we built up in our mind of why we can't do something start to pop up. And a lot of us, even me back then, subconsciously, we don't even like realize that we're doing. We're just like, no, I'm just accepting to the rule, like it just doesn't work for me, blah. But it's a lot of that is self-sabotage. Okay, so let me see. I've got my notes here. Okay, make sure, ladies, you take out your pen and your paper, journal, put it next to you, get tea, juice, and sparkling water, because this is going to be a really good training all about money, right? Take down notes on your phone, because what I'll be talking about, I've never talked about before on my channel, and even a lot of my posts and content, I've never shared a lot of everything I'll be sharing in this video. And this in the future is going to be turned into a paid, part of a paid program, paid course. So it's going to be juicy. So it's a lot that maybe you haven't questioned about, properly internalized, or even embodied before. So I'm telling you, ladies, it's going to change your life. So listen up. Don't like passively listen to it, but like actually take notes and think about, okay, am I doing this? Like, where am I like not in full embodiment of this in my life? Because when I tell you every point that I'm going through has changed my life immensely, and I've gotten immense like night and day results when I actually tapped into all of this. So the first one is, ladies, the universe will provide when there is demand. Let me say that again. The universe will only provide you with money, right, when there is demand. And if there is no demand, no reason, no purpose, no direction, no container, right, no idea, right, that you have built for money to flow through, right, whether it's to create pleasure, whether it's to create excitement, impact, experience, life experience, like, right? Why the hell would it flow to you? That's a really good question. Why would money flow to you if there's no demand? Just like, for example, there's so many people in the world that have different goals, right? A person would not be a millionaire if they did not create the demand to be a millionaire. Actually think about, like, what would it be like to be a millionaire? How much would I be making a month to be a millionaire? 85K, 100K. A lot of people would just round up to 100K, but it's 85K per month to be a millionaire, right? And if you don't have purpose to it or create a sense of like, this is the direction, this is the impact that I want to create with the money, right? Money's not going to want to flow to you. There's no demand, there's no direction, there's no passion, excitement, like pleasure, like quality of life that you have created, like a container for it. Like this is how much money I want, right? And this is what money's going to do for me. This is the purpose of me wanting to attract 85K a month, for me to make $1 million in a month, right? Right? You are telling the universe, I'm happy with what I have at the moment. I don't need more, right? If you are so indifferent about it, right? Why would the universe bring you more opportunities, bring you more like certain people, certain coaches, certain like avenues, right? Pathways for you to earn that amount of money, for you to create that amount of money, right? And your actions will align with this too. If you don't feel that fiery urge, that desire to receive big, right, to change your life, why would you get up every single day and take aligned action? You will naturally take aligned action towards making that certain amount of money if you have that great desire, that great why, right? So in saying that, how do you create that demand for money? Just like we talked about, the universe will only provide when there is demand. So how do you create demand for money? Right? You have to write down exactly what you would do with the amount you want to make. Whether it's 10K, 50K, 100K, $1 million. You want to be so specific, right? I want a house, I want an apartment in this neighborhood, in this city, in this country, right? Whether you rent, whether you buy it. How much is it? Write it down, research it, write it down, right? Where would you travel to? What activities would you do? And how much do they cost? Write that shit down, ladies, right? The money, right? You would give to your parents, to your family, to your siblings, extended family. How much money would you give? Money likes to flow to a place that has a strong container of purpose, direction, impact. It needs a high demand. The higher the demand, the higher the purpose, the higher the impact, the faster it will flow to you. Right? The greater why, the greater fire you have in yourself to take aligned action. You are now opening your channel even more for money to flow in because your demand for it, your purpose and fire for it is so big. Money wants to do well in your hands, and it'll only flow to people who it knows that we got to give money to her. She's ready for it. She's going to do great things for it. Right? Whether it's luxury, whether it's conveniences. So it doesn't have to even be a huge impact. It could just be, I want that Chanel bag. I want money so I can go to the spa every week. Great, but you gotta write that down. You gotta know how much it costs and how good that would make you feel. How that would change your life. Because now you're telling money, man, it's gonna make me so happy. It's gonna like give me so much pleasure. Like my quality of life, how I feel, like the amount of like love, nourishment I can give to other people, give to my husband, give to my friends, to my business from going to the spa every week. Now you've created a strong container for money to flow through. Because she's like, man, she's gonna add so much more beauty, so much more creativity, more creative expression to her life. She's gonna be giving back to so much to other people, because now she gets to go to the spa every week. We're gonna make that work for her. We're gonna give her the extra money, the overflow, for her to go to the spa every week. And again, could be a Chanel bag. How great would it feel to walk down the street with your Chanel bag, right? How great you would feel. You'd feel so luxurious. You'd feel like, man, I'm a fancy woman. Look at everyone like turning heads at me. Like how good that energy, right? That embodiment you would feel with that Chanel bag, right? You're gonna be magnetic to money. Money's gonna be like, we're gonna go to her. Cause she does a lot of great stuff with money. She likes bougie shit. She makes bougie shit look good, right? How would you spoil yourself, right? The type of life you would have. You wanna get so specific. So whether it's 10K, whether it's 100K, $1 million, you literally want to, like literally at the top of the page, ladies, write down $1 million, whatever the amount you want. And you're going to break down how are you going to spend that money? How would you invest? How would you circulate that money? And you really want to also write down the domino effect of how it would impact other people when you receive that, when you experience that, when you have that in your life, whether it's that convenience, whether it's something materialistic, aesthetic, whatever, like how would it trickle to different parts of your life? You really want to tap into the impact, the pleasure, how you feel from it, the quality, the experience of the luxuriousness of it, right? So when you have a clear, specific, like purpose, direction for it, right? This gives a direct channel for money and portal for money to flow through. I'm sorry, I keep shaking the thing. This table's a bit wonky, so I'm sorry the video keeps shaking. Right? Money wants to give you immense happiness, immense pleasure, right? It wants to expand you, wants to bless you. It wants to know that it will do well in your hands, right? It wants to help you solve your problems, right? Wants to make you smile, wants to give you an abundant and colorful life. So the more reasons you're able to embody, to feel, to write down, to know specifically how money, if you get money flow to me, because these are all the reasons why, like money would do well in my hands, right? When you do that, right? You're giving money, right? Money, the reasons why you are the best choice for it to flow through. And the stronger that container, the direction, how specific you are, and the impact you would do with money, how good it would feel, right? The demand for it is strong. The faster money will flow to you. The faster you will receive that manifestation, that amount of money that you want to attract. And the universe, right? The universe can clearly see and feel from you through your energy, right? Wow, she is so excited by it, right? She's gonna add more value. She's gonna add more happiness, more impact to the world. There's so much passion that she has, right? To receive this item, to receive this amount of money, right? This, whether it's a holiday, travel, whatever it is, right? We're gonna send her the money. We're gonna send her more money, right? Her energy is so magnetic. We're gonna give her what she wants, right? You're setting a high demand for money. That's why people who aren't even thinking 50K, 100K, $1 million, they don't get that amount of money, right? They're used to like, I don't know, 5K per month. There's no demand for it. Money only flows to people who have a high demand for it. You want $1 million, you best believe you be thinking about $1 million every single day. You best believe you know what you're gonna do with $1 million. You best believe like how you're gonna be a service to the world with that $1 million. Where it's gonna go, to charity, right? To this investment, how you're gonna circulate it, right? The more specific you are, the higher demand you have for money, the faster it will flow to you. So think about that, ladies. Maybe you're into manifestation. Maybe you've into self-development. You've done the whole goals thing. Have you actually created a high demand for money? Maybe you're like, oh, it'd be nice to have more money. How much? Like specifically how much? And what are you gonna do with it? Why would money flow to you if it's like you're so indifferent to it? You're like, well, money's nice, but like I don't think it's gonna come. Like, who cares? Like, why would money flow to you? You want $1 million. You're so set on it. You're so set on why. It's gonna be for my apartment. It's gonna be for my dream car, right? I'm gonna pay for this convenience, this luxury, right? A couple $1,000s gonna go to my assistant. I don't know. A couple $1,000s gonna go to website design. I don't know. Whatever it is, right? Or this amount of money is gonna go towards me traveling the world. This amount of money is gonna go to first class. This amount of money is gonna finance this, right? The more specific you are, the greater demand you created, the faster it'll flow. This has happened to me so many times. When I wanted to go to Bali, and I've talked about this a couple of times on like, I think my podcast, I think I did in Superhuman, and then a past video on YouTube. But I really broke that shit down when I wanted to move to Bali. I was like, how much does it cost? I went to Airbnb. I went to booking.com, looked at all the accommodation. I listed out exactly how much it's gonna go. How much is the visa? How much to update the visa? How much for food? Like, I allocated way more for food. I was like, yeah, $30 for every meal. So like around $100 every single day. But then it's like Bali, but then I like to go to the bougie places. So I was just like calculating everything, and adding a little bit more so I have more wiggle room to enjoy. But you really, like, I even thought about, okay, how much does it cost to learn how to ride a motorbike and learn and be taught to ride a motorbike, and how much does it cost to rent a motorbike, right? Like, I wanted to be able to go around by myself. Like, I thought about everything, right? How much are the activities, how much to go to swim with dolphins, how much to go to hire a private tour guide, how much to go to wash the elephants. Like, I did everything, and all of it came true, right? The demand for it was there because the universe knew Brenda's gonna do this with it. She's gonna live here. This is how much money she's on food. This is how much money on this, on accommodations, on travel, on the airplane ticket, right? On all the things. Like, she is so set, and she has created so much demand, so much excitement, so much passion for it. We're gonna give it to her because she's gonna add so much like light, color to the world, right? She's sharing her travels on social media. She's gonna inspire so many people, right? She's living her best life, and we want Brenda to live her best life because she's gonna trickle, and everyone she comes in contact with, anyone she finds on social media, she's gonna be that leader that gives evidence to other people that they can do it too, right? It's adding so much like vibrancy to a life, so much like wonder. Like, I remember swimming with dolphins in North Bali in Lavina, and I was like, oh my God, this is what life feels like. I was in the ocean, like deep in the deep ocean, with four other people, like 3 girls and 1 guy. We were all starfishing in the ocean, in the deep sea. And I was like, in a way, like, holy fuck, I'm living in Bali, swimming with hundreds of dolphins. Like, I have 2 businesses that make multiple 6 figures. Like, what the fuck? Like, I created my dream life. Like, and it's not luck, ladies. It's not luck. It's creating the demand, right? Knowing exactly what you want specifically. And I did all the steps to align with it, right? A lot of the things I was like, okay, I don't see it in my 3D observed world that I have the extra funds for all of this yet. But along the way, I booked the flight, right? I did the accommodation, right? And along the way, oh, okay, I got $14,000 client, $8,000 client, $5,000. It came because I paved the way. And I made those pockets of, these are the containers I'm setting for money to flow through. I want to buy this. I want to be able to afford to buy this money, right? So this is what I want. Money flow through, right? So I'm higher the demand. So your job is to know specifically what you want, how much it costs. Who the heck cares about the how? You're just gonna take aligned action that feels intuitive to you, and the money's gonna flow through you. When you create the demand for money, you're like, that's gonna be my life. And you're not gonna be like, well, I don't have the money. Yeah, where's the money? So I'm not gonna do it. if you continue to live your life that way, you're never ever gonna have that life, right? Right? The universe will provide in the most unexpected and expected ways as well. The money will come through. And sometimes it may just be last minute. Sometimes it may just be a person or something. It may not even directly be money. It could be through a company. It could be a person. It could be something else, right? Where you get that thing for free. Where it's just like, yeah, I could take you there. Like, oh yeah, like we're actually looking for someone who can do this. So I want to tell you a story that I heard online somewhere. I don't know where specifically, but it's a really good story of this lady. She's a photographer and she wanted to travel the world and take photos of beautiful places, beautiful sceneries, beautiful everything, right? She didn't have the money to do that. So instead of saying, I can't go, I can't travel the world, I have no money, instead, she's like, the universe is exactly what I want to do. She knows exactly. She wasn't going to switch to another job because she loved photography. That was her passion. Guess what happened? She got introduced to an airline and she told the airline, like, this is my passion. I love taking photos, right? If you fund like the airplane tickets, the flights to around the world, I can take like amazing photos for you and you can use it in your magazines, you can use it online, you can use it in your brochures, you can use it in your campaigns, in your marketing. And guess what happened? The airline came back to her, right? And they upgraded her to first class and gave her like complimentary trip all around the world into the best accommodation, 5-star accommodations, right? So, and she literally got exactly what she wanted, right, without the money. Instead, she was hired by this airline company to travel all around the world, right? She got hooked up to first class flights, hooked up to all the best hotels. She's living her best freaking, this is her job, just to take photos, right? She gets to enjoy the luxury, right? She didn't receive the money, right? But she received from the universe the opportunity of exactly that. Do you see what I mean, ladies? So the world is a limitless place, right? There's so many resources around you, so many possibilities. You can't just limit to, oh, I can only make money from here. I can only make money from my employee job, or I can only make money from this specific offer and this specific channel. So many times I've had DMs from people, they're like, oh, like, are you in Melbourne? Like, can we do a one-on-one in person? Like, people create their own offers and then DM me about it. Like this is what I would love to work with you in this way, right? And it's not even an offer, right? And then they just come to me with it. People, money, opportunities, like synchronicities in so many different ways can arrive at your doorstep, and you cannot possibly think in your mind, even imagine how it could come. So keep your channel open, right? And remind yourself, anything is possible. Anything is possible. All you gotta do is create demand for it. When you create demand for it, you know specifically what you want. The universe will deliver. Oh my God, it's already 33 minutes, ladies. We're only on the first one. I think there's like 6. Holy moly. I gotta get better at like making sure I'm not going too long on things. By the way, ladies, if you have any questions, pop it in the chat. Pop it in the chat and say hello. Okay, next one. Is that you want to feel entitled to money, right? So if money knew what was good for it, it would come to you, right? Again, so piggybacking off what we said in the beginning, money would do well in my hands, right? It's only logical money's in my pocket, right? So women who have a great sense of entitlement to money, to wealth, right? Feel worthy and deserving of money, right? Like this, like, of course, why would it not, right? Why would it not come to me, right? The women who have this sense of big entitlement to money receive big, right? This is the frequency that you ladies need to embody and stay consistent at, right? You are not making the big bucks, right, in your business right now because you probably are lacking this. You have to get so obsessed with the many reasons of why, right? It's a no-brainer that money wants to flow to you. Why money would be addicted to you. So instead of begging for money, right? Fearing money, chasing money on your knees, right? You want to speak to it like a powerful magnetic woman who knows, like, I'm the prize here, right? Money wants to be around me, right? Money knows that I am a good time, right? Like we talked about in our last money live, that you're not working for money. Money works for you, right? Of course money chooses me. Look at me, right? Money finds me irresistible. Money, you're obsessed with me. I know, right? I am such a fun, safe, sexy place for money to land. I do great things with money. Money loves spoiling me. It can't help itself, right? Money always comes bigger, louder, and faster in the hands of me. Money enjoys serving me. It loves to show off for me, right? I'm unforgettable to money. So the same energy applies to when in dating, right? Why wouldn't he want to date you? Like, I'm the fucking dream girl, right? Why wouldn't he want to spoil you? You're the whole goddamn table. Same thing with money. I've said it so many times. The same thing. It's the same energetics as princess treatment with dating, with love, as it is with money. You master one, you're gonna understand the other a little bit more, right? I'm unforgettable to money. Money knows that I expand it, I multiply it, I honor it well. Money follows me like I'm a loyal lover, right? Money, you would do well in my hands. You want that sassiness, that energy of like, of course you want me, money. Like, why wouldn't you? I'm the best choice for you. Or I'm the best choice for you to multiply, to expand, to grow more and more and more. Right? You must have that certainty, that trust, right? That belief that money and me, we're a good choice. Money and me, we're two peas in a pod, right? If money knew what was good for it, it would come straight to me, right? And this carries across with the same conviction, same confidence with your audience when you are a business owner, right? You must think and you must believe and have this embodiment. You must speak with that authority of, I'm the best in the industry. I'm the bee's knees. Of course you want to hire me. I'm your best choice. I am going to solve your problems. I'm going to change your life, right? I have all the answers. Right? If you want to change your life, being my world is where you want to be. And you see the most successful coaches out there earning the most, right? Because they have audacity. They have a high sense of entitlement to money. A sense of like, duh, no brainer. Like, I'm always successful. Money just always comes to me. Money loves me. People love to pay me. People love to throw money at me. So ladies, where are you not embodying this sense of entitlement? In business, in your employed job? Are you asking for the big bucks? Are you asking for the promotion? Right? Are you pitching yourself like tell me why I should work with you. Tell me why I should work in your company. Tell me why you're better than this company. Right? Are you auditioning for the company or is the company auditioning for you? Switch it around. I talked a little bit about this in my last money video. Go ahead and watch that if you haven't. It's gonna change. I was so hyped for that, right? So have that big sense of entitlement to money, right? Women who have a high sense of entitlement to money, they raise their prices easily. They close easily because they have that confidence, that conviction, that authority, that audacity to claim money. Right? To raise their prices, to say, yeah, $15,000, $25,000, $30,000, that is how much it costs to work with me. Right? There's no waiver, there's no like uncertain, there's no like, I'm not sure, I think I can help you. There's no I think, it's like I know, and you will change. I'm the best option for you. You gotta have that with money. You have to be entitled to money, right? Money wants to choose you. Right? Give money reasons why you are the best option. Give money reasons why you are the best option. why money is going to do well in your hands. Okay, the next one is the pyramid analogy. So think of a pyramid, ladies, right? The pinnacle at the top, right? Most of the world that struggle with money. Guess who is at the top here? They put money at the top of the pinnacle, right? And where are they? They're down here. They're looking up at money like this, right? Money is their idol. They're looking up at money all the time, right? Money rules their lives. Money controls their lives, right? Money determines everything they can and can't do. Determines their choices. Determines if they can go here, travel here, right? Have this house, have this car. It's everything. It's like money, right? Bowing down to money, right? So instead, ladies, you need to be putting money at the very bottom. You got to switch places with money and put yourself at the very top. Money's down here, you're at the very top. And you need to make decisions. You need to invest. You need to make big moves and purchase items, right? Not from your current financial situation, position. And you have to remember, money does not define you, right? It doesn't tell you how successful you can be. It doesn't tell you what is possible for you, right? Instead, ladies, you have to pave the way and create the pathway, create the portals, again, like we talked about back before, the opportunities where money, the container, where money then follows suit. It flows into those containers, right? Money then comes and fills that in, right? And it's purpose. You create the purpose. You create the direction, right? Right? And it comes to match the timeline that you independently are walking in, right? You know, again, like I said, you know exactly what you want. You continue walking there and you make decisions aligned with that timeline. You want to travel there? Well, you're going to look up prices there. You're going to see, okay, what are the options? How can I travel there? Look at the different airlines. Look at different opportunities, maybe jobs in that country, that city, whatever it is. Right? You're already like, you're telling the universe, this is what I want, and you're going to follow suit. You're going to follow suit. So many ladies forget that. They do it the other way. They're like, I can't do that because I need this amount of money. I need this and this perfect thing to work out in order to get that. Never going to happen. That's why you stay exactly where you are. You got to pave the way, right? This is what you want. You got to be so like, so locked in on that. There's no wavering. This is exactly how much money I want to make. Exactly where I want to go. Oh my God, it's so hot, ladies. And right now I'm in Queensland and my AC's on like 17 degrees, the lowest degrees. But I'm like, maybe like all this energy is just flowing. But you're like, this is exactly what you want. You got to go in that pathway. Then money comes along. Then money comes along. Then money. Because now you're like, again, back to number one, creating demand, right? This is how much for the airplane flights. Oh, money suddenly comes in. Right, this is what I want to be doing for a job or the business I want. Oh, suddenly the clients come in because now you're telling the world like, oh, I'm a coach now. I'm doing this. Like this new offer has opened. Work with me if this is something you want to learn. Blah blah blah. Right now you've created opportunity. Now money wants to flow in. Now money wants to flow in. Do you understand, ladies? Right? If you continue to make poverty and there's scarcity choices, right? Like that'll keep you in lack, right? There's only a finite of ways you can receive, right? And the level you can play at, like right here. Like if you want to grow to 10K, to 30K, to 50K, 100K months, $1 million months, right? You have to start like paving the way and then money comes and follows. Money comes and follows, right? Again, money's not the top of the pyramid. You are. Money's at the bottom. And people who don't get this, they're in the middle and the lower class, right? The wealthy people, they're like, this is my idea. This is the app I want to create. This is the business I want to create. They're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to continue because I believe like I deserve it. I'm entitled to money, like we mentioned. And then, oh, an investor, right? Someone wants to invest. The opportunity comes. Everything works out. Oh, I got a loan for $100 million, whatever it is. right? It's all abundance. Money starts solving your problems. When you put yourself at the top of the pyramid, money's down below, right? Money is funneling up to you in the pyramid. Money is funneling up to you in the pyramid, right? You do not want to be at the mercy of money, right? Stop making money your God, right? It's the other way around. We've forgotten it. We've been programmed and conditioned to fear money, right? To stress about money. Like money is the God. Like we're bowing down to money when it's the other way around. We are the gods, right? Money's our employee. Money wants to help us. Money works for us. Money does all the heavy lifting. We just gotta know, like again, creating the demand. This is what you want in life, your goals, the life you want to live, how much money you want to earn. Create the demand and everything follows. And again, you can say this exactly the same way in your dating life, right? If you don't create the demand of a provider, do you think you're going to attract a provider? No. You're going to attract what everyone else attracts. Most of the world, 50-50, right? You got to create the demand and you got to feel entitled to it and put yourself on the top of the pyramid. So every concept I'm sharing in this video, you can easily apply to dating and anything you want in life. Okie dokies. We're not even a quarter way in, guys. Okay. So if you shift to making wealthy, abundant choices, right, and you act and move in a way that assumes, right, the resources, the money, the limitless possibilities, right, that you are an infinite, abundant person, right, more money will flow to you, right? More money will fill those containers, those demands you have of what you want, the quality of life you want, the human experience, right, that you want in this lifetime. Right? You have to believe all the time, ladies, that you're successful in everything. Everything works out for you. The right people find you. The right opportunities fall into your lap. Right? Crazy, magical, illogical things, right, happen to you when you embody the state of you are at the top, right? Everything funnels to you. You're entitled to money. You create demand and everything else, again, everything works out for you. Everything conforms to you. You're the main character. Everything around you, right, is working, conspiring to give you what you want. Right? And then money starts acting in the way that you assume. Like I talked about. So everything I said about I'm unforgettable to money. Money loves serving me. Right? Money flows to me fast and effortlessly. People want to pay me. People want to throw money at me. You can easily say, like, again, these are like reframing again your beliefs, your narratives, your stories, right? Everything in life are limiting beliefs, ladies. Every belief is a limiting belief, and you get to create the rules. You get to call the shots. So you can easily say, I make 4 figures every day. I make 5 figures every day, right? And you keep repeating that. And then you really drop into the belief of that, the embodiment of that. And you act in alignment to it, right? And sooner or later, it becomes true, right? The old identity, the old you of you looking up to money, you not feeling entitled to money, like it's too greedy, how can that happen? Like I'm not worthy of it, I need to prove more, right? Or you staying small, you're not even thinking like I don't even think $1 million or whatever, because I don't believe that can even come to me. Like, if you don't have the demand, it's not going to come to you. You don't feel entitled to it, it's not going to come to you. Right? And if you look up to what you're trying to attract, it ain't coming to you because you're bottom barrel. You got to put yourself at the top, put the men at the bottom. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. So the next one is, I feel like a lot of people may know this, but again, everything I'm talking about, teaching you ladies, like a lot of us forget or we don't really internalize and embody it. So what I'm going to talk about right now, make sure you write this down, make sure you internalize it, and make sure you do the inner work around it, because you may know it and have heard it from people, but you're like, I'm actually still making it hard. So the next one is, you are still addicted to making money hard. I know it's a very tricky thing because we're all surrounded by people and we see online like, oh God, she's doing this, I need to do more work. Like maybe I'm too lazy, I gotta do more, right? We're still addicted to making money hard. We still think we need to do so much more, take so much more action for things to fall into place, right? The harder you believe it is to attract, to earn, to receive money, right? Well, duh, ladies, the harder it will be. Right? You are always projecting your beliefs, your assumptions, your expectations, your thoughts, your speech patterns outwardly into your 3D reality. So your 3D reality is always trying to confirm what you inherently believe inside, right? Even if you maybe consciously say, no, that's not true. But deep down, you're like, that is true. Why are you lying to yourself? Right? That's why we work on reprogramming your subconscious mind. Right? So stop overly proving yourself to money. And that includes working harder. That like to extremes of exhaustion. Right? Doing things just because you think you have to do it or should do it. Right? Abandoning yourself. It's not aligned, but you feel like you still got to do it to earn money. Right? Again, believing money has to be a struggle. Why it has to always be hard, a hustle, a grind. Again, like I'm not saying you can change this. It's easy to change it overnight, right? It's something that you actually actively have to choose every single day, right? To like, oh, right before you do something that you think you should do or saw someone else do it, I need to do it too, right? You gotta like take a step back and be like, is this aligned to me, my brand, my values, the life that I want to lead? If it's a no, do not do it, right? For a lot of people, the way they do things may work for them and they might like to hustle. So why would you follow someone who likes to hustle and work that hard when you want to create a life of ease, of effortlessness, right? A life where you're more aligned and doing, like creating content or doing things in a way that light you up, that gives you so much fulfillment than doing things. Like for me, like I tried the whole email thing. Like I don't want to send freaking a bunch of emails, right? I've tried, like I've learned from many male business coaches that you gotta prospect, you gotta like cold DM a bunch of people, you gotta find random people around the world through hashtags, like 4 of their photos, comment, DM them. And I myself now see other, like I would like maybe find someone's post and like go to their page and like their content and then follow them, and then immediately I'm like, because they send me like a freaking paragraph of, hi, how are you, like what made you like follow my page, like do you need help with anything, like I've got this new program, I got this new masterclass. I'm like, bitch, I just saw one of your content. like I don't like, that's like meeting someone for the first time and like want to have sex now. Like calm the F down. I just think that's so funny. But like, and a lot of coaches will teach that, right? And I was taught that, and I used to believe like, okay, the only way I'm gonna be able to sign clients is if I chat to random people all around the internet and cold DM them, blah, blah, blah. And that's the very masculine way, right? But, you know, as we know, we are the divine feminine, and our strength is to become magnetic, is to attract and to receive. Our best bet is to create like magnetic content, be our most authentic self, right? Work on, do the inner work around like uncovering all our masks, our fears of being seen, our fears of like not belonging, right? When we're able to do that, we show up online so powerfully, we speak so powerfully, right? What we channel, what flows out of us is so like, and that is what attracts clients, right? And for the last few years, that is how I've been able to attract all my clients. I don't randomly call DM. I just create content that I feel so aligned with, and it's so potent, and it just feels so good, right? And it's topics that I would naturally talk about, and they're like natural extensions of me. And the people like that are aligned on the same journey or want to learn the same things, right? They'll find me. If they resonate with me, they'll enroll into my programs, in courses, private coaching, memberships, whatever it is. I'm not randomly prospecting, finding leads for these people. I'm just like living my best life, right? Working on my self-development, doing the inner work, right? Making the changes and shifts every single day, becoming the best version of myself. And I just share it to the world. I share my experiences, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, what I went through. And again, you'll find your tribe, people who will come in that resonate with, oh my God, she was bullied too. She experienced racism, right? She migrated to Australia. Like, I'm in Australia too. I experienced the same thing. Or she worked in design, she worked in fitness. I did that too. Like, and I want to start, like, people will connect with you and you'll naturally attract your dream community, your dream tribe by just being yourself. I don't even know how I got to this stage. Oh yeah, I was talking about hustling and the feminine and the masculine. So now I don't learn really from male coaches. I just learn from female coaches that embody the same values and live the same life that I want to live as well. You got to be careful of that, ladies. You got to be careful of that. It's very easy. And there are a lot of female coaches as well that are heavily on the masculine too. So you really want to look at, even with me, if you ever hire me or watch my videos, like if there are things that I do that is so unaligned with you, like maybe you don't want to do content in a certain way, how I do it, but you like to do it this way and it works for you that way, great. Because everyone do things differently and according to their goals, their lifestyle, what feels good in their nervous system as well, and what naturally like are your gifts. So some people, they being more like into short form content, right? And you really love that. I've done both. I have been lately doing a lot of short form, like just typing on my notes, and I've been channeling a lot of messages, and I was just like, I just want to share it. So I just share it to Instagram. But I really love these lives. So I'm so excited, ladies, for my 2028 Millionaire Girls Retreat. So it's in Melbourne, Australia. It's right after Valentine's Day in February. It's, I think, the 17th to the 17, 18, 19. So ladies, if you haven't checked that out, freaking check that out. Because it's my first retreat and it's a bougie retreat. Like, bougie. We're going to be on a super yacht. There's going to be a Hummer limo, right? We're going to do high tea, right? Old money style, right? Omakase, Japanese omakase. It's going to be a fun time. Okay, let me just get back to where we were. Okay, so ladies, the minute you allow money to be easy, to be effortless, and you are open to receiving it through a multitude of ways. So like I talked about before, we can get so hyper focused on money's only going to come through my job, or money's only going to come through this specific offer in my business, right? Or money's only going to come through this person or this channel. Right? You have to expand that, right? There's so many stories of literally someone getting 300K through the, like, randomly through their bank account through the tax people, right? There's so many different stories on money just flowing through the strangest of ways that you can't even compute, that you can't even, like, it's like not logical, like where the heck did it come from? Like, check in the mail, right? Random refund from somewhere, like just gives you a couple $100, a couple $1,000, right? It can come through anywhere. And the more, that is why, like, ladies, you gotta get into watching a lot of how I naturally became super abundant in my life. Was I love watching cute, romantic, lovey-dovey TV shows and romance movies. I love watching fantasy. I love watching like movies. There's like magic. There's like things that are not realistic. Like, that's why I'm into quantum manifestation. That is why quantum physics, right? That is why I'm into Joe Dispenza, into meditation, how to enter the quantum field. That's why I'm doing an entire course on it as well. I'm the most unrealistic person. I love illogical things. I love magical things. I believe anything can happen at any time, right? And the more you open yourself, your channel to, like, anything is possible, anything is possible, anything is possible, right? Ladies, we're 99.99% energy, 0.001% matter, right? The more we are open to magic, to things coming in the most like craziest of ways, the more it happens. Just like the only way you can enter the quantum field is you being aware that there's an invisible field that you cannot observe. You can only observe a 3D reality, but there's an invisible field right around you right now. Your dream self is right here. It's energy right here that you can't even see. And the more you are aware, observe it, you tap into it, it's slowly like you become it. You tap into that timeline, right? Just like how I say, you want to create the demand, but you're not here to say like think about like, oh, it's gonna come through here. Like you cannot guess, you cannot assume, right? Leave it up to the universe. You create the demand, you create the what you want, and the universe is gonna provide in the most strangest of ways. Who the freak cares how it comes, as long as you get it, right? Okay. There's no right or wrong way that money can come through, right? Money will always find, or whatever your manifestation is, money, your manifestation, the abundance, whatever you want, will always find the fastest route to you. And it may not be the way that you intend it to, right? So you may think, like, I want $1,000 through this offer, right? But the universe is like, hello, we've got 100 different other possibilities here that can come through way faster, but you're only concentrated on getting $1,000 from this person, this one offer. But we've got 100, 1,000 million other ways right here. But because you're not open to it, sorry, can't give it to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, because, like I mentioned, until you observe and you are aware of that there's infinite possibilities, right? Until you are aware that can come through anything, anywhere, happen at any time, in a moment, in a second, anytime, anywhere, can come through, then it will. If you only think, I can only get $1,000 through this one person, through this one offer, the universe is like, okay, that's what you want. We'll give you what you want. But honey, sweetie, it might take like a month or 2 months because you said you wanted just through that offer. But we've got your grandma Sally here. She's dying and she wants to give you the $10,000 inheritance. Just like that. You don't got to do anything. But you want just this thing here? Right? Okay. It's going to take 2 months. But, you know, Aunt Sally here is ready to give you the money. Right? And then something's going to happen where she's going to give the money to someone else. She's going to give it to your parent. I don't know. But like, you see what I mean? You've just closed yourself off to so much abundance, so many opportunities through God knows where. There's so many I can't even say. But the point is, you can stop just focusing on one itty bitty like avenue where money can flow through. It can flow through anywhere, right? And it may not even be money. You may be manifesting your dream house or dream car. You may not be given the money for it, but someone else in your family, you win the lottery and you win a $3 million house, or someone in your family is like, we're buying a different house. Do you want the house? And this house is your dream house. Do you see what I mean? It may not be money, but you still get the thing. You still get your dream thing. Right? So you have to be open. So when you speak and you talk to the universe, money, I want this. This is my preferred, you can say this. This is my preferred way to receive the amount of manifestation and the money that I want. But universe, I'm open to limitless possibilities. I'm open to the best way possible and the fastest way possible. Right? I've done this so many times. I gotta tell you a story. Oh my God, we're like 63 minutes in and are we halfway through? I don't know, but there's a lot more to talk about. I told you ladies, it's gonna be a long video. But I think like every week, I was thinking of doing twice a week. I'm still tossing up between once or twice a week. But when I do a live, I wanna make it juicy for you ladies. So I like throughout the week, creating more spaciousness to just collect ideas, data, channel, and I do this through my walks, I do this through working out, I do this just dancing, I do it through just like in my car, and I will jot it all down, then I compact it into a whole lot, which ends up to be 2 hours. And then I just want to give you the best. So like I mentioned, like it's better to do things like where you have your full self, your full presence, and it's potent, it's fire, it's like 10 out of 10. Like then doing 5 different posts, but it's like 20 out of 10. Like, do you know, 20 out of 100 or 2 out of 10. You know what I mean? So in my mind, I'm like, I could do 2, but we'll see. Like, I want to give myself a lot of like, I like to write it all down. Or why don't you ladies let me know if you want to comment. I want to like store up a bunch of like juiciness and just deliver it in like maybe 1 live a week or something. But I get so excited, I may do more, but there's so many other things behind the scenes that I want to do in the programs and courses. I want to make them so good. So I'm literally adding way more trainings inside of Get Paid to Exist, way more trainings inside of Rich Girl. So if you are currently in those offers now, get ready, get ready. Like if you see my lives, like I believe my lives are getting better and better because I'm literally shifting so fast. Like I've been doing so much inner work, and I'm feeling like now when I like do my lives, do content, like I just like doing lives now. The energy hits just so differently doing a live than me filming like just by myself. I want to do everything live, so expect just everything live. And all the courses like that I'm coming out, they're just going to be done live, so you ladies can hop on Zoom, we can talk, do live hot seat coaching, I'll deliver the work, you can ask questions, we can interact with each other. Okie dokies. Where are we? Okay. So I just want to say this again. If you are, again, open to how money can come through or what you want to come through, to limitless possibilities through the fastest route, again, you are, ladies, start talking to the universe. Universe is hearing you. So start talking to the universe. Say, universe, this is what I want. This is my preferred way of getting it, or the different ways I'd like to get it. But universe, you know, I am so open to how you may deliver this to me. Like, I want this in the fastest, most effortless and easy way. Always remember that. So a lot of times you can ask for something, but if you're not specific, like you want to be specific. I want this in the most easy, effortless, most aligned way and the fastest route possible. Write that down. And do your manifestation ritual in your journal with the universe. Speak to the universe, right? And believe the universe is delivered and be open to it. And when you're open to it in the most easy, effortless, aligned, fastest route way, which may not be your preferred way, right? This is when your money story changes. It stops being hard. It stops being a struggle. It stops being a grind. You start just limiting yourself for a tiny little circle of all your possibilities to come through. But now it's like boom, right? Right? Your whole reality, not just your business, not just through your employed job, of how money can come through, of how blessings can come through. Now it's your entire life. Now it could be people here, come be like opportunities here, some random messages you could be anywhere, anytime. Right? And I love to do this activity, right? If money were to come to me in a grandiose, in a big, expansive, luxurious way, right? Ask yourself this: how easy am I going to make it? How easy am I going to make it? So like I said, so the topic of this one is you are still addicted to making money hard, money stressful, right? So think about if right now you are stressing out, you're overworking, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing everything, right? Money is just going to replicate that energy. So think about everything you're doing in life, everything you're doing in business, everything you're doing in your employed job. Are you stressed out? Are you always in this anxious sort of energy? Are you worried? Right? Frustrated? Right? Never have enough? That's exactly why you keep looping the same reality, right? Everything that you're always doing, if you're still working hard in your business in the sense of you're doing things you don't like, right? You're doing things because someone said you should do it, but you feel really, you're trusting your intuition, you're feeling your gut, like this ain't for me, right? You're telling money that oh, okay, this is how money is going to come to me, through this struggle, through this unaligned way, through me being stressed. You're teaching money how to come to you, right? You'll always have to work yourself into the ground. So if you want money to be easy, right, you best believe, ladies, right, you're making everything in your life effortless. You have to make it effortless, right, to now switch it. Oh, money's going to flow in effortlessly now. You continue to make it hard. It's only going to come through hard ways. Make it come through. Do things that feel easy and effortless and aligned to you. It's going to come through that way, right? So stop trying to make things hard, ladies. Relax, go have fun, right? Don't need to overthink things. You must have this certainty, this conviction, this knowing, right? That the reality that you live in now after this training from right now, right? Money just finds its way to you, right? In both expected and unexpected ways, right? You are always provided for. You are always supported, right? People are always finding reasons to pay me, right? I make money in my sleep. I barely work. I lounge around. I watch my favorite reality TV shows and I get paid, right? I get paid to just relax, right? So these are all your new narratives, your new stories. I'm giving you examples, right? Or write this down, right? If you want these to be yours, right? People pay me just to be me, right? People just love everything I do, everything I am, right? I am just always gifted, showered in money, luxury upgrades, right? I am the type of woman that just gets everything that she wants. People just hand things to me, right? They hand me things. Life is just easy for me, right? You make these mantras and narratives real by thinking, by feeling, and acting in congruency to these facts, right? So think about these, ladies. Think about this. If things are handed to you, why would you be trying to prove yourself if that was true? If things are just handed to you so easily, so effortless, why would you be trying to prove yourself and do things that you don't want to do? Think about that, right? If people just love everything that I am, everything I do, why do I need to perform and not be myself to fit in? Again, if everyone just loves who I am, I'm just gifted, right? They love everything I do. Everything comes out of my mouth, my personality, my humor, whatever, right? I'm entertaining to them, right? Why do I need to do things that feel unaligned? That's not myself. I'm not acting in my best self, my authentic self. Why am I trying to fit in if they already love me? Right? Do you understand this? So when you act out of congruency with this, you are acting in the story that I have to be someone else for people to like me and trust me and invest in me, right? That things aren't handed to me. I have to try so hard to work so hard. I have to grind. I have to constantly post. I have to constantly do all the things that I don't want to do because apparently people don't hand things to me. But if you really believe that things are handed to you, people just pay you effortlessly, they love you, your personality, you would not be doing any of that. So you got to act in the alignment of these statements that I just shared with you, ladies. Right? So if I make money in my sleep, people are always finding ways to pay me. Why the heck would I be overworking myself, working 14-hour days, 16-hour days, stressing out over money? I wouldn't be stressing out over money if people just pay me all day, every day. I make 4 or 5 figures a day. I make money in my sleep. Why would I be overworking myself? And I'm not saying it's, again, overnight where you're just like, oh yeah, like money pops out everywhere. Like, of course it's going to take some work. But if you every single day catch yourself, oh, I'm working too hard. Like, and you catch yourself right before you make that unaligned choice, you're like, okay, that's not in alignment with me. Let's go back to what is aligned with me. Do you see how, like, in real time, you are, instead of choosing what your old programming would do, of the hustling, the stress, now you're like, wait, I already did my non-negotiables. Like I posted, or like I did a YouTube live, created a YouTube video, or I worked on this website, or I did this. Like, that's enough. Like, I don't need to be like constantly overworking, because again, the statement is, I get paid in my sleep. The new narrative is, people love me, people want to pay me, they love my personality, I can just be myself, and people want to pay me. I get paid to exist, to just be myself. So you just act like yourself. Actually, you're not acting, you're just being yourself, right, on camera, because you have that belief that I can just show up, be myself, share my values, share what I'm passionate about, speak from my heart, my soul, and the right people will resonate. So do you see how, yes, it may be difficult at the very start if you're very used to like not trusting in how money can be easy. But over time, when you make these subtle shifts, it compounds, and your identity completely shifts. Now you're more calm, you're more aligned, your nervous system is safe, you feel good, right? You don't have to be someone else you're not, you don't have to perform, you don't have to put on filters, you don't have to like care about every single thing. Like, a huge thing for me, and I also want to create another video about this, is like, my videos need to be so perfect. Like, the angle, like my hair has to be a certain way, like I need to talk a certain way, or like I gotta do this in a certain style, I gotta sell in a certain way, or whatever it is, right? I get so hyper focused on perfectionism, and that was blocking me from being my true self. That was blocking me for the channeled messages to come through, for it to just flow. Right? I talked about this in my podcast. If you go all the way to the like first or couple podcasts, my Yes You Can Have It All podcast, I talk about how my very first podcast was literally me taking 3 hours of reading off like a $3,000 or $5,000 word script, and I read it word by word. And if I stuffed up, I have to redo the whole podcast again. Like, and now I just write dot points. Now my podcast is just my YouTube videos, but audio on Spotify. But now I just have my notes, like in this live, I just have my notes, and I'll just riff, and it turns into a very long video. But I just like have my points, right? That is like you, yes, putting effort in and wanting the live to be valuable, right? Because you're passionate about what you do, right? So you're gonna put in effort to do dot points and put in like what you're going to talk about, what the subject line is, what the topic is, right? You set the theme of the video, you do your dot points, and then the feminine, now you're on the live like I am, right? You have your dot points, now you can riff, and then you go back to your next dot point of what you want to talk about, then you riff, and now it's just so natural, it's so effortless. And now I could see, even if my last couple months, couple weeks videos, you can see a huge difference in my confidence and how natural I am on video. Even like my last 2 lives, like this live, last live compared to my very first live, I'm less robotic. I'm less like I was still nervous. Like I had to still like let go of perfectionism and just let it roll. Because again, you have to reframe like your beliefs about how effortless and easy money gets to be. And I had to really reflect on my business, like, okay, you're still making content, like, although I've made content super easy, but there's still levels after it where I'm like, I love just going on live now and just having a theme. And yes, I'll throughout the week, I'll like add what I want to add. I'll have an idea. I'm like, oh, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. Oh, this. Or, oh, like I've learned so much from this. I want to teach on this. I want to share more about it. And yes, you're putting effort in, and like it's still structured, right? You still obviously create an outline, but like it's very flowy now, and I can really be myself now and really speak my mind and be my authentic self. And there's more personality in my lives. There's more me in my life. There's more aliveness, right? And people connect with this more. And like I said, it can be in stages too. And what I'm like, for me, it's been super fast lately. And that's what I want to share a lot more on these lives, and share and exit the matrix, because I believe like I've done a lot of work with quantum manifestation, quantum physics, and like lowering my brain waves to really enter the quantum field and shift my identity and fears of being seen, fears of belonging. And it has changed my life. And I want to help so many more women, because I believe the visibility issue, the fear of being seen issue, is what is going to stop you from earning the big bucks, from really working with your dream clients. If your clients can't feel you through your videos, through your lives, through your content, you're not going to be attracting the right sort of clients. You're not going to be really attracting your dream clients. And your business is still going to be like that, the perfectionism like block there of you're still making it a little bit hard for yourself, of like everything's got to be perfect. If it's not, like, okay, I'm gonna procrastinate, or like, okay, like I like, you know what I mean? Like there's still levels that you can like, when you look at your business, ask yourself, what I would grade yourself, rate yourself out of 10. Every element in your business, how you do content, how you sell your offers, rate it out of 10. How lit up are you by them? Why are you selling offers that are level 2? Why are you selling a way that you hate? Why are you creating content in a way that is such a drag, right? I love lives. And the way I create content now on Instagram is literally I get pings and channels and ideas, and I'll write about it on my notes, and then I'll post it, right? And it's activating, and it's like fast. Like I don't need to create a whole like long ass reel, or like a whole like take 3 hours to do something. Like I want my content to be authentically me. I want it to be fast. I want it to be speed. And my lives here is what delivers the soul. So think about that in your business. Where are the things that are making it hard, where it doesn't have to be hard? But in the sense of you're only making it hard because you believe in certain stories that things gotta be a certain way, things gotta be perfect, my lighting has to be perfect, my background gotta be perfect, like I'm scared of what people think of me. These are just blocks of fear of being seen, and visibility, perfectionism, and self-love. Once you uncover all of this, once you dissolve all of this, ladies, business gets to be so easy. It gets to be so fast. The money gets to flow in so fast. You get to work with your dream clients so much faster when you dissolve all these blocks. That's what I'm going to be helping you ladies inside my private coaching, inside of Her Year, and in my Get Paid to Exist and my money course. Well, depending which course what ones you invest in. But private coaching definitely is a huge thing that I feel like people have a block with money, with love, with day. It runs across everything, really. And I just uploaded my unconditional love meditation, a standalone. I did upload it together with a video, but I did the standalone, so you could just click on it and listen to it whenever. Do that, ladies. If you have perfectionism issues, self-love issues, you don't think you're pretty, like you speak to yourself very negatively, you have resentment about choices you made in the past, resentment about like the cringe moments in your past where you're like, I can't believe I was her, I can't believe I made that decision, I hate myself for it, like why would you do that, and you really judge yourself. Do that unconditional love meditation. It's gonna make you cry. Really lean into it. It's gonna heal you so much. It's gonna heal you so much. Like everything I create in quantum activation and superhuman, like I create these for myself, like, and I do this for myself. Like I don't create anything that wouldn't help me, like wouldn't like my old version of me wouldn't like benefit. It's gonna change your life. So you haven't done that already, go do it. And if you like that, it's in my quantum activations membership. Okay. Oh, where are we up to? I think we finished this point. Yeah, if you're still addicted to making money hard. Guys, I'm so excited for freaking Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. Guys, my dream for Christmas is to be in Rockefeller, like be in front of the Rockefeller tree, New York City. You know, when there's the ice rink there, me and my man's gonna be asking, kissing, it's gonna be snowing underneath the Rockefeller tree. And I'm just so excited. Oh, yeah, in 1 week, I'm gonna be in Melbourne, guys. So if you're in Melbourne, I've had people DM me, but if there's enough women, I want to do a meetup. So if you're in Melbourne, I'm arriving in Melbourne December 8th. Please DM me on Instagram if you're in Melbourne and you want to meet up, because I think it would be so cute to have a little brunch, a little picnic, or meet up with everyone. So let me know. Okay, let me see. If you ladies have any questions, comments, aha moments, pop it in the chat. Okay. Okay, we finished that. Okay, we're on the last point, ladies. We're on the last point. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be a very tough love, a very spicy one. So, you are where you are at, staying at your current income level, right? Or making $0, right? Because you are still choosing to play at that level. Let me repeat that again. You are still where you are at, making the current income you are making, or you are still making $0 because you are choosing to play at that level. That's gonna be a hard pill to swallow, ladies, right? But there is still a part of you that is still holding money at an arm's length, right? You're pushing money away. Let me explain. When I heard this, I was like, damn, that's me. Okay, why is that? So a part of you, or maybe a huge part of you, believe that you need to sacrifice a lot, suffer a lot, or afraid that if more clients or more money came in, it would be a huge consequence or huge liability to you, right? There will be more responsibility, more discipline, more leadership, more care, right? If you had more money, more clients that you want. How many of you ladies like resonate with that? You're like, yeah, I want a 10K, I want 100K, I want $1 million in my business. Okay, but think about how many clients would come in, 40, 50, 100,000, I don't know, right? Is there a part of you that thinks, oh my God, okay, I gotta make sure that I'm waking up every single day, take this very seriously, right? That, oh, I gotta make sure that I'm really working on business. I'm not just sleeping in till 3 to like 12 p.m. in the afternoon, right? I gotta make sure that I'm doing things right. People are relying on me. They're paying big bucks for me. I gotta make sure like I'm giving the value. I'm like a leader and a coach that does what she says she's doing, right? How many of you like have these thoughts of like, yes, I want all this amount of money, but like, oh man, I can't do this now. Like I have to make sure I'm like taking this seriously. Like there's more like, there's more people depending on you. There's more responsibility, and that may scare you, right? So ask yourself, why would I be afraid to have more money? Why wouldn't I want to be more successful? Right? And when you ask yourself this question, you will find that there may be a lot that is uncovered, right? Subconsciously of why you may not want the money, right? And this right here, whatever the reason is, or reasons, is why you have not yet quantum leapt to that next level, to that amount of money that you want, right? You cannot upgrade, get richer, wealthier, have more clients, have more higher income months, if parts of you are still rejecting and fearing and repelling the money, right? Holding money at an arm's length. I want you, but nah, stay back. I want you, but nah, I don't want that many clients. I have to work a lot harder, right? Maybe you're afraid that you'll spend all the money because you have a bad track record, right? Of financially being responsible with money. Maybe you weren't responsible with money, right? You're afraid that your family members, your parents will expect you to help out more, right? To give them money and you resent them for it, right? You'll be afraid that if more clients will sign up, right? They might not have a great experience with you or have something negative to say about you, right? About your coaching or your offers. Maybe you have had experience of clients talking behind your back, right? Clients like canceling you or whatever it is, right? I did have a client once who had that experience where in her membership in a course, she had like 10 people like cancel her and talked bad about her on Reddit and whatever. And ever since then, she always had a cap to the amount of money that she would make. She would be so scared to start another course, another membership, because all that hate, the amount of anxiety that she experienced, the trauma she experienced, right? She did not want that. So she's like, yeah, I want to earn more money, but man, I'm scared of people talking about it. I'm scared they won't like my content. I'm scared they don't like the value. So do you see what I mean? Why would you be afraid and scared of earning more money, right? Why would you not want to be successful? Why are you still holding money at an arm's length? You can easily say, I want more money, but do you? Do you? Do you feel safe? Right? Right? Maybe you're afraid that you won't be able to handle the influx of new clients. Maybe it's a lot of clients, right? That it will get too busy for you to manage. Right? And when you break this down, ladies, and you uncover the root of why you've been pushing money away, holding money at an arm's length, right? You do the inner work around it. So ask yourself the questions that I asked you. Why would you be afraid, be scared of having more money? Like, just list them out. No judgment, just list them out. Right? And why wouldn't you want to be successful? And when you write this down, you acknowledge it, right? And you're like, oh, okay, I understand why now. I trauma around this, right? I fear around this. Is that true? Or how can I reframe this? How can I heal this? Obviously, I'll be giving you some healing work for this and what you can do in inner work around this, of how you can turn this around, how to reframe it, how to overcome this. When you do this, ladies, that is immediately when the money, when the clients, when the sales will come through. So I'm going to give you another example. You may want more followers, you may want more clients on your Instagram, your YouTube, more subscribers, but you've been experiencing some hate comments. You've been experiencing some trolls. You've been experiencing some death comments. I've received all of these. They're crazy, by the way, they're crazy. Like, you may want more followers, you may want more engagement, you may want more clients, but you've received hundreds and thousands of comments, hate comments, horrible mean stuff, and you get super anxious, right? And you're like, oh my God, like I wanted all these clients, I wanted more followers, like I've been like really working my content game. Then you get all of this. Then every time you check your Instagram or your YouTube, whatever, you get like tons and tons of comments of like, this is shit, you are stupid, like horrible comments, right? Then what is happening? Your nervous system is contracting, it's closing. It's like, this is not safe. This is not safe, right? Like, there's so much hatred. Like, I don't want to be shunned. Like, I don't belong. Like, every time you read all that stuff, you get anxious. And then now, guess what happens? If your nervous system is not regulated, not safe, guess what happens? You stop posting the polarizing, the controversial content. You stop posting what you want to post. You stop taking up space. You stop being your authoritative self. You stop speaking with conviction, right? You lower your confidence, you doubt yourself a little bit. You see what I mean? Your container to hold money, right? It's capped now because your nervous system is like, it's not safe to be me. It's not safe to be loud. It's not safe to take up space, right? I want this amount of money. I want this amount of followers, this amount of subscribers, this much of growth in my business. But I don't want the hate comments. Because in your mind, you're like, oh, if I continue this, if I continue to grow, right, I'm going to get way more hate comments, death comments, mean comments, trolls. So now you're playing small. Right? So it's very easy to say, I want this many followers, I want this many subscribers, I want this amount of money, I want this many people in my membership, in my course, I want to earn this amount of money every single month, every single year. But like, have you looked at why wouldn't you want that many? Right? Do you feel safe having that many? Why wouldn't you want to be successful? What are the fears, limiting beliefs that are holding you back? Have you regulated yourself for it? right? Or every time you get a little bit of results, a little bit, or maybe more engagement, more subscribers, more money that month, right? And the next month, boom, go down again. It's because your rubber band is snapped. Oh, too many trolls, snap, right? I'm scared that my clients won't like my offer, snap, right? You need to make your rubber band strong so it can stretch more, and it can hold it. When your rubber band is weak, your nervous system is weak. It goes snap, right? The moment you get a little bit snap, it's a huge thing. So part of what I was saying is you are constantly choosing, right, to play. So if your goal, you are where you are at now, staying at your current income level, right, or maybe making $0 because you are still choosing to play at that level, even at a subconscious level, your nervous system. And also because you have preconceived beliefs and assumptions about, oh, there'll be more responsibility, oh, like this and that, like your fears of, I can't handle many clients, I have to rearrange everything, or like my business, I'll have less time to do this, less time to have fun, right? You have to, a huge thing that I teach you ladies in Get Paid to Exist, you want to create your business and your business structure and your offers in a way where if you scaled, like you always want to think about if 100 people came in, are you going to be able to handle that? Right? Obviously not in private coaching. You can't have 100 people, you're going to freaking be burned out. That's why I tell you ladies, always have a lot of one too many offers. You can have private coaching as like a compliment where you maybe have a couple, like 2, 3, or I don't know how many you can handle. But when you are growing your business and when you work with me, we'll always, and I always tell you ladies, to build a business that's scalable. Because obviously, like when you grow and you grow and you grow, which will compound and compound to a bigger audience, more followers, right? And then suddenly it'll be like this. Then you'll get to a point where it's like this, where an influx of people come in, but are you going to be able to hold that amount of money? Your business is not set up for it. Your rubber band's going to snap. Another huge thing is that what I mentioned is you are always choosing to play at the level you currently are at, right? Because there's certain identities, certain routines, certain discipline that you are not willing to let go. So maybe it's a thing where you've been sleeping till 1 p.m. in the afternoon, right? Or maybe it's because you are afraid of being seen on camera, so you don't go live, you don't post content, you're not yourself. That is you choosing to stay at that level. Again, because who's going to invest in someone that they can't feel, they can't resonate with, they can't connect with on a deep level? And the only way to do that is you show and share yourself with the world, your true authentic self with the world. So like I said, you are where you are at right now, staying at your current income level or making $0 because you are still choosing to play that level. You're still choosing, right, to hide behind your fears. You are still choosing to hide behind your limiting beliefs, right? You're still choosing to not do the inner work, to not do what it actually takes, right, to connect with your audience. You're still choosing, right, that things need to be hard. You're still choosing to do things a certain way that you think you should do, but in your gut, your intuition is telling you to do this way, but you believe that it can only be done that way. Or you're choosing to still hang around people, friendships, right, that have poor limiting beliefs, that don't believe in you. So the more you hang out with them, the less you believe in yourself. The less you think like, oh, this could work out in my business. The less you believe that your business could take off. So ask yourself, what parts of my life right now am I choosing to still continue to do that you know is not the identity of your future self? of that woman making 10K months, 50K months, 100K months. What are you still doing and taking with you and you're not letting go? That is literally why you're not your next level. Just like at every level, ladies, like when I first started YouTube, I had fears. I had this small part of me had limiting beliefs of like, can I get clients that I used to get for years on Instagram on YouTube too? And I was like, okay, dream version of me, 7-8 figure business. Would she have that belief? If she's a multi-millionaire making 10 million a year on YouTube, would she have that belief? Would she have that reality that she can't make the same or more money on YouTube than she did on Instagram? I was like, fuck no. Like, I ain't letting this limiting belief get to me. That quickly was dissolved. Do you understand how, like, a lot of people, even successful people, coaches, experienced people, we still feel the fear. We still have down limiting beliefs. They may still be there. But you need to train yourself to ask yourself important questions. With the dream version of myself, what beliefs would she have? What actions would she take? Right? And am I congruent to them? Right? Am I going to let my fear of going live, am I going to let the fear of posting myself on YouTube, sharing myself to the world on YouTube, right, stop me from being a multi-8 figure earner? No. These haters, these random people aren't going to pay my bills. They're not going to give me my dream life. I'm going to give me my dream life. So bye-bye limiting beliefs. Bye-bye fear. I'll feel the fear. Right before this live, guess what I did? I meditated. Guess what I meditate to? Life-altering things happen to me every day. That's in my Quantum Activations membership. And I also listen to Anything is Possible. I think Anything is Possible. Right? And I think there was another one. It was like, you can have it all. Do you see how I have the fear? I mean, like, it's dissipated now. Like, it's lower now. Because you keep doing it. The more you do it, the less it is. Because now you're like, oh, you've already created evidence in your past of like, wow, I'm a confident speaker. I show up for myself. I do what I say I'm going to say. Guess what the doubt goes? Where the doubt goes, where the limiting beliefs, where the fears go, it goes lower. It goes lower. It gets less. It gets less. Because now you've created evidence. And now, like I think, did I mention in my last video? I think so. Where I mentioned, well, now, like, I'm a woman. I'm a successful woman. I do what I say I'm going to do, right? I show up for myself. Now my identity has changed. The fear was still the same as another person, but instead of like, okay, maybe I'll do it next week, maybe I'll do it next month, maybe I'll do it next year. I'm like, no, I said I was going to do it. I'm going to do my live. I said I was going to post on YouTube. I'm going to post on YouTube, right? I feel the fear. But I'm going to use resources like meditation, my activations, right? Maybe some mirror work. I worked out this morning, so I released any excess anxiety. Old self Brenda, bye-bye. Another great way to release anxiety is running, working out. You're exercising, you're moving your body, right? A lot of people don't move that much, so a lot of that pent-up energy, the tension, limiting beliefs, right? Trauma sits in your body, right? And that's why you can't take action. That's why you can't make discerned decisions, trusting your gut, right? You can't make big moves. It's still in your body. When you move your body, all of that is like released, dispersed outwards. And now you have a clearer channel to make you have a clear channel to make decisions that are more aligned to you, that are less about fear and more about who do I want to be. Okay, where am I at? Oh, I finished that. So ladies, I don't even know where I was. I just went on another riff. So ladies, use today's training. I had so much fun in this training. Use today's training. I hope you took notes and do the inner work around each one, right? Don't just like watch it and like, yeah, it was great. And then like, don't do the work around it. But like literally write this down, ask yourself those important questions and how you can overcome it, how you can reframe it, right? And actually journal and in real time, make those shifts, make those changes in your mindset, in your energy, in your actions, right? And you can easily watch a whole bunch of trainings on YouTube, right? Be activated in the moment, right? But the real work, the real transformation is actually internalizing it, getting it, right? Receiving it, and then embodying it in your daily life. Like I remember I used to have a friend, she read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now I remember I read Rich Dad Poor Dad and then I was like to her, oh my God, I read this amazing life-changing book. Have you read Rich Dad Poor Dad to her? She's like, yeah, I love it, right? And I'm just like, you read it, but like your life is still the same. Like I didn't understand. Like I read it and like everything I read, I'm like, I'm doing this. Like, and I'm literally changing my life, creating my business, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm just like, you read it, but like you didn't do anything like in your life. Like I don't understand. Like it was, to me, I was like, that book was life changing. Like this was years ago, like, I don't know, 10 years, I don't know. 10? Like a long time. My God, 10 years ago. I read it and I was just like, I don't understand how people can read life-changing books and do nothing. And that's the difference between a lot of people. You can read a goddamn book and the book could be amazing. If you don't do the inner work, you don't do the exercise, you don't actually do it in your life, and you have the balls to actually like take big risks and like shift your identity, like who the heck cares that you read the damn book? It didn't change your life. It only changes your life if you actually put in the work. Extract the important parts that resonate with your life, right? And actually do the work. You gotta do the work. Right? So ladies, again, 2 days left. It'll end November 30th. Is it only 30 days in November? Yeah. It'll end November 30th, 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, where you, with the November special for her year, where you get access to me via Voxer for the rest of 2025. So pretty much December. So 1 month with me to have you in your back pocket, to text, to voice message, ask as many questions as you want, right? It's so different when, like in my community group, because like I'll just message you back in my community group, but it's so different in Voxer when you can hear me, feel me, right? Send you a voice message. I will, like the reframes, the activation, like, and if you watched all my videos, you guys know, girls know, I'm very tough love. I'm very much like, I will be honest with you. I will remind you like, sweetie, you're going back to your old identity. Obviously, it's like I love, like I'll in a loving way, but like I'm very much like, I will be spicy and I will tell you the truth because I know for myself, like I prefer the truth. You don't need a sugarcoat shit. If you feel like, that's why I only hire coaches that are very much like that, because they move quickly. They get results, right? They transform their lives. Not through like lies they tell themselves and convince themselves or brush under the rug, but they like confront like, what are my patterns? Like, okay, this is what I've been doing. That needs to die so I can be her, right? So that is literally what's going to be like Voxer coaching with me. Like if you're starting your business, you literally get to ask me like, Brenda, like I did this. What do you think of this? Like whatever you have, like whether it's fear of being seen. And I've been there. You have seen literally the past year, the evolution of me, how I speak online and how much better my life's even gone in a short period of time. And in all my videos too. And so I've been at every single level. I know like little, like, I wouldn't say like the inner work, the shifts that I made along the way that really shortened the time frame of me showing up on live, on camera, really speaking with confidence, really like talking about my life, my experiences, really channeling, really like letting my videos flow really effortlessly. I really have done a lot of work in different pockets of my business of how can I make it easier? How can I really step into my true authentic self? Like I've been at every single level in multiple businesses, on Instagram, on YouTube, and a lot of in-person stuff too. Back when I was doing fitness coaching, a lot of my sales, a lot of pitching was in person as well. So if that is like a huge block that you find that you know is stopping you from getting, like, attracting the right clients, actually closing sales, actually hiring your dream clients, like it was for me for a long time, where I would post but I wouldn't fully be myself. I would post with filters. I post in a very robotic way, right? I've learned from male coaches, then I evolved. I will learn from male coaches, then I also learned from very masculine-led female coaches, then now I only learn from feminine-led coaches who also have the same values of men fully providing. A lot has changed. And when you tap into feminine energy and when you naturally tap into feminine energy, ladies, you naturally shift and evolve to your true authentic self very fast, because you cannot drop into your feminine if you're performing. You cannot be yourself if you're like wondering, how do I look? My angles, like it needs to be on the left side, whatever it is. Like, I went from my hair needs to be a certain way, there needs to be cropped a certain way, like overly edited, to now just like freely just being me, right? And that's how I want my business to be, and that's how I believe that is how you are gonna blow up and skyrocket, when you can fully be yourself in any industry. Okay. Right. So the Voxer Coaching Access ends in 2 days, November 30th, 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Ask any questions in Voxer for support across multiple pillars of your life. So when you're in her year, we work across all the different pillars in business, in dating, money, friendship, self-concept, right? Anything you're going through, right? You can message me about it. You can voice message about it. We'll flip between business, and then maybe you have a date that night, right? you want to start your online dating, you open yourself to online dating. We do that while you earn shit tons of money, because how you do one thing is how you do everything, and we get to have it all. And if you're new here, ladies, her year is my yearly membership, where you get my entire product suite. So all memberships, all courses, all new offers that are released during your 12-month stay. And then you get private coaching sessions with me as well. So if you enroll now, you get the rest of 2025 and all of 2026. So you get an additional month. So 13 months altogether with me. So if you buy everything that is inside of her year, it'd be like over $25,000. So you will get more for your buck inside of her year. So with that, also 2 time sensitive offers: the Modern Aphrodite, Exit the Matrix. So early bird for Modern Aphrodite ends December 8th. So that it's in 7 days, and that is the day I land in Melbourne. I'm so excited. So in 7 days for the Modern Aphrodite, it will go up to full investment, right? So if you're ready to settle down, attract a healthy masculine provider man, you want to be sewed into, right? Him to sew into you, be nourished, skip the long years of boyfriend and girlfriend limbo, right? Being boyfriend, girlfriend 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Oh my God, right? I just don't understand how people could be together for that long and not be married. It's great. And you want to attract a man that is ready, like he's marriage minded now, ready to propose, right? In a few months, even in a couple weeks, right? This is the course to be in. So again, that'll be taught live. Like I mentioned, I'm so into live lately, ladies. Everything is gonna be live, because I'm just so alive when I'm live, and it's just like I just love being live, and I'm so excited for my in-person 2028 Millionaire Girls Retreat, speaking on stage in front of you ladies. Like the energy, it's crazy, because in high school, I had major social anxiety. I was bullied. Like, I didn't feel I was beautiful. I felt like I didn't belong. I felt there was always something wrong with me. I was walking on eggshells. Like, I have to look perfect. Like, did I do something wrong? If someone's laughing, are they laughing at me? Like, group of girls then looking at me, are they talking about me? Like, I was so hyper aware of judgment, of like people's opinions. I gotta look good. I gotta say the right things. I wanna hide away. I don't want people to like look at me. I don't want to stand out. To me now, like, oh my gosh, speaking on stage, going live, right? Putting myself in like masses of people, right? And like, you can easily shift your identity, ladies, right? I never thought I'd be where I am today, but I am, from all the inner work. And even just a couple like months and even a year ago, I was like, I don't think I ever want to step on stage. I don't think, like, that is not for me. But the more, maybe you don't realize this, the more you dissolve your mask, you dissolve identities and conditioning and stories that you have kept as yours, as like whether it's you're not pretty, you're fat, you don't look good, you don't belong, you're not lovable, all of these things that like over the years that you have taken on as your identity, ladies, right? When you dissolve and release that, you can't even begin to scratch the surface and understand like who you, like, all the goals I have now, back then I wouldn't have even thought of or could like feel capable of. And now I'm like, oh my god, I'm just beginning. I'm just scratching the surface. Like, I'm so much more colorful, so much brighter, like so much more like magnetic, like how I speak, like it's night and day. And until you do the work and dissolve all those fears, the fear of being seen, the fear of like I need to belong, so I'm not like executed from the tribe, that evolutionary thing. Like back in the day, like you need to be part of a community, part of a tribe, because you're gonna die by animals in the weather, by the natural elements, if you're not part of like a tribe, a community. And so you always want to belong. But obviously now, like it's not like back in the day. So when you do that work, you start like really, like you'll have this type of energy and life force in you, ladies, because your body now is so like light, right? You're not dense with all your fears and limiting beliefs, that you look at the world with big bright eyes. You look at the world and you're like, I could do this, right? I could step on stage. I'm so good at public speaking now, right? Like I know I can help people. Like I want to open this up. I want to start this business. Like your sphere of like your capabilities and who you are dramatically shifts when you finally let go of everything, of all the conditioning, everything that you have taken on as your identity, which are lies. And that's what I help you with, lies, to release all of that. Okay. So, and then Exit the Matrix, ladies, goes up to early bird December 31st. So right now it's currently at pre-sale, which is right now the lowest investment it will ever be. And it will double the investment on December 31st when it goes up. So Exit the Matrix is my course all about quantum physics, quantum manifestation, universal laws, how to bend reality, how to bend time, how to enter the quantum field. I've talked about this in my past lives, in my past content as well. It's how to start tapping into limitless possibilities, miracles, mystical experiences, right? Where you can't logic your way there, right? So we're no longer going to be operating under linear time, under Newtonian time, 3D time, in the 3D matrix. That's why it's called Exit the Matrix. We're bye-bye. We're exiting the matrix. We're in the 5D now, right? Where things aren't linear. Multiple realities are happening at the same time. And I'm going to teach you how to like extract the timeline, right? And into the now, into right now. And that is how you quantum leap. That is how I've quantum leap, released so many fears around being seen, right? Like you can tell from my lives, from previous lives and previous content, how much more comfortable, alive me I am in a very short period of time. A lot of people take years or never get to this stage. And I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not Like, I'm getting to my goals. And in order to get there, this gotta go bye-bye. Like, all the old conditioning, bye-bye. She's dead. Right? What's that Taylor Swift song? Like, the old Taylor's, I don't know. Something like the old Taylor's dead. That Taylor can't come to the phone now. Something like that. Okay, right? So this is the course where I teach you how to harness the 99% realm, right? Then rather than moving matter with matter, which is only 0.001%. So when you're in the 3D, right, you're constantly looking at your 3D circumstances that matter, which is 0.001%, right, of what's actually real. The rest is 99.9999% of all energy potentiality. That is where we're tapping into. We're not moving matter with matter. We're not moving a giant boulder up a hill, right? So we're no longer going to play in the 3D physical reality that you can only see or observe, like I talked about before. The quantum, how to enter the quantum field is an invisible field that's happening all around you right now. It's right here, it's right here, it's right here, right? The 99%, again, we are only 0.001%, but the 99.999% is all malleable, all potentiality, limitless potentiality. Oh my God, I'm talking so fast because my ideas are going so fast. I can't compute. But when we tap into, like I mentioned before, about how, what am I saying? A story of how, where I talked about, what was that point? Of how you only think that money is going to come through one channel, and if you don't observe, because we can't see it, but that's why you learn about the quantum field, because you need to trust in the unseen. So anyways, if most people, the population of humans, are only concentrated on the 3D, which is 0.001% matter that we can only observe and see. But if you tack into quantum physics, quantum manifestation, and you start focusing and you start observing and you start acknowledging, learning about, tapping into, right, the quantum field that you can't physically see, but it's all around us. And the quantum field holds limitless potentiality and possibilities. All realities exist in this field, but you can't see it. Humans can't see it because we can only see the 3D world. That is why you need to be a person that believes in magic, in mystical experiences. That is why I grew up in a way where I was never a realist. If you're a realist and you're really set on being negative, being cynical, it's very hard for you to understand quantum physics and quantum manifestation, be open to it. And if you're not open to it, right, and you don't believe in the unseen, that is why if you watch a lot, if you know the School of Hard Knocks, this guy, this video is so long, but I got so much to say. This guy interviews a lot of multi-million and billionaires, and pretty much all of them, they speak about God. If you do not have faith in the unseen, if you do not have faith in what you currently don't have right now, and faith that you can still be successful, you can still be rich, you can still be wealthy. It's in your DNA, it's your birthright, it's in your timeline, it's who you are meant to be on this earth. If you don't have that faith, that certainty, that's why a lot of people who have God or believe in some sort of like religion or spirituality or quantum physics manifestation, you can believe in God and believe in that too, because God created everything, whatever your beliefs. But if you don't believe in a higher power of faith or believing in the unseen, right, it's going to be very hard for you to attract and to create illogical, magical, mystical experiences. And why would you want all of this? Because you can get to your destination, to your manifestations, to the money a lot faster. I've used it to dissolve my fears around being seen, about my fear of not belonging, right? I've used it with money. I use it with moving to my dream cities, dream countries, moving to Bali, Melbourne, Gold Coast, taking my dream cruise with my best friend, right? So many different things. So this is the course that you want to be in if you're like curious about the unseen. It's so fun to me. I love learning about like I will like I can like I will like use the word magic. Like I love, to me it is magic. To me it's like magic, but it's actually down to a science. But to me I like to call it magic. And this work has changed my life, right? It's gonna blow your minds. And again, it's gonna be live. So imagine this, but all about quantum physics, all about quantum manifestation, all about the quantum field, and how to lower your brain waves to get to that state, to experience out of this world. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. You'll be a whole new person, right? And once you learn everything, you cannot unsee it. You cannot unfeel it. You will be a whole new person. And ladies, I get so many DMs from you ladies on Instagram and on YouTube and saying how cut you are over not purchasing my courses earlier at where they're pre-sale, whatever it is, right? Ladies, stop feeling like sad that you missed out, right? Don't feel cut that you missed out, right? That you didn't move earlier, right? Start investing in yourself now. If you can't yet invest in my courses or Her Year private coaching, invest in Quantum Activation, Superhuman, and my Dream Girl Academy. They're $22, $52, and $111, right? And they're high value. Nothing I create is like willy-nilly. Like, they're all here to help you. Like, when I invested $25K in one of my coaches in the past, like, I manifested her for like months before I paid $25K. At first, I did her 997 program, and then I bought her another 333 program, then I bought another 600 something program. Like, I invested in other programs that she had available that were aligned to me first. Then I invested, and through what I invested in her and did my self-development work, I manifested the funds to pay 25 grand to work with her, right? So stop, no more excuses that whether you can't afford it, it's not the right time. Oh, I missed out on the pre-sale. Invest in what you can now. Not even that, ladies. If you know Her Year and private coaching is right for you and aligned, and you're watching me and you're like, I need to work with her. I understand her. Like she gets me. I feel seen. Like, we've been through the same things. Like I really want her guidance and want to work with me. Like, manifest that. Like how I manifested my previous coaches and invested in a high level. You deserve it. Again, like I said, stop making money your idol. Stop letting your choices, like the actions you take in life, right? Stop letting that determine everything. You're at the top, money's at the bottom. Money will come if you create a container, purpose, direction for it, right? So if you feel aligned to work in Her Year in private coaching with me, right? Set that as your intention and make the moves to get there. Like, in the past, I've set the intention. I'm like, okay, in my 3D observed world, do not have the money right now, but I have my credit card, right? I can get a loan, right? I can invest in her lower ticket stuff, use that to manifest the funds. I've done all the things. I don't take no as an answer, right? Sure, okay, maybe it might take me 3 months to invest in her at that level, but I'm still gonna invest in where I can now. I'm still gonna like make the steps there, right? Women who say they wish they enrolled earlier never fucking enroll. They never enroll and they stay exactly the same. That is the pattern that I see all the time, right? Every message they send to me, every comment, I'm like, I'm just like, right? I wish I found you earlier. I wish I enrolled and worked with you earlier, right? And these ladies keep saying that, and you always be where you are at a year from now, 5 years from now. You gotta move, ladies. You gotta be resourceful. Know what you want. Create the container, the purpose, the direction for it. Move in that direction, right? Be fucking resourceful. There's money all around you. Limitless possibilities. Manifest that shit, right? Bit of tough love there. But this is literally the moves I had to make to get the life that I have today. To live alone, to get my high-rise apartment, right? To move to Bali, right? To build 3 6-figure online businesses, right? To always be successful in everything I put my mind to, right? when you work with me, expect me to tell you the truth. Expect me to activate you, because that is what I literally do myself. Like, I don't want to be someone to sugarcoat things to me. I'm like, someone tells me like I'm living under my potential, that's just another excuse. I'm like, you're right. It's time to take accountability here, right? Because the truth, ladies, is only going to change your life. So right now, I'm going to drop all the links. Okay, so this is Modern Aphrodite. This is Exit the Matrix. This is all the offers, and this is her year. So Modern Aphrodite in 1 week is going to go up to full investment. Exit the Matrix, December 31st, it's going to go to pre-sale. Right now it's pre-sale. And then I dropped all the offers so you can look at everything that you will get in her year. So ladies, I had the most amazing time with y'all. Where is it? I will be back for the next one, and it's gonna be fire. I'm getting so, like, I'm loving, so right now, yeah, I'm using my phone because the quality is so much better, and then I can just see on my desktop the video, and I think this works the best. So DM me, ladies, if something in this video that hit you, or if you have a question with my offers, DM me on Instagram or comment down below. And I will see you, ladies, in the next one. Bye.